very proud moment for myself and my family. Kid from South Auckland, not many opportunities come your way. Well, privileged to be here, be a part of this team and lead the boys up.
Extra special to be doing it in the stadium that's going to be in as well.
Exactly, that's where I played my Super Rugby with, and obviously it's going to be special for myself and my family, and obviously with the boys.
Have you done much captaincy in the past?
No, I haven't.
You were supposed to captain the Bad Lads, right?
Yes, I was. I didn't make the plane, so yeah.
First time.
Yep.
That's all right.
Thank you.
What will it mean to face? Sorry, what will it mean to face the Māori haka tomorrow night compared to say the All Blacks?
Obviously, it's a huge thing facing the haka. Obviously, there's a lot of heritage behind that. Same thing as usual. Just embrace it, accept the challenge, and go from there.
It's been quite a quick preparation from since you arrived. How have the guys settled?
I think the boys have been tracking on very well. We're doing a good few trainings. There's a lot of relationship going on. A lot of work done behind after training. So yeah, no, I think we're doing really well at the moment.
Any particular captains you've taken interest in the past, that you might take a lead from, that have inspired you in the past, particularly good captains you've played under?
Oh, look, I've been captain under some immense world-class players. Johnny's obviously one of them, Peter Mani, James Ryan, could name a few of them. So yeah, I'll be looking upon them to be able to lean upon and get a few helps from them.
And you've also become more of a talker in the last few years, I mean, particularly since the Lions tour. Andy Farrell has spoken about the fact that you've taken on much more of a leadership role in comment.
Yeah, just trying. Obviously, I've been well experienced now to be able to, when I'm playing, trying to help out the young guys, trying to help out everyone, try and share my experiences with them and go from there and try and lead by my actions.
How did you react when Andy asked you? What was your feeling?
I stood there for a bit. I obviously thought he was joking. But no, like I said, it is a huge honour and it is a privilege to be asked by Fairs and to be able to lead the boys.
Well, you spoke about sharing your experiences with players, particularly the younger players. Given your background and where you grew up and everything, I mean, what have you said to them about what to expect from the challenge for the Māori plus Hamilton and the area that it's in terms of the support, particularly from maybe South Auckland, who will be cheering against you, if you understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, there'll be a lot of pride. There'll be a lot of guys trying to make a statement. It's their backyard that we're going to be playing in, but it's about us as a group to how together we can be and how good we can be able to take those challenges in front of us and just go after it.
Just a couple from me. I'm sure you've heard the news with the All Blacks and the COVID cases. There's been another one this morning. What's the team's reaction been to that news?
Me? Oh, Bundee.
Yeah.
Bundee? One? Well, Jordan's out as well.
Geez, I haven't. You're gonna have to. I don't know. I've heard a few cases, but we're preparing well for the Māoris first, and go from there. Really.
Your reaction, Andy?
Oh, it is what it is, we're in the same boat ourselves. We've one case, and we could have a few more cases by the end of the week. We don't know. This is the way of the world, isn't it? And the motto of the tour is definitely being adaptable. I mean, when you look at our situation, it's not far off what's happening with the All Blacks anyway. I mean, our preparation is completely different to what it would normally be. We're training with a squad of 23 guys who are getting ready for a Māori game, and then we've got 13 or 14 guys that are getting ready for a test match. So, the test match boys are not training with the subs, etc. We're waiting to see how the Wednesday night game goes, who's going to get picked to take the field in the 23 for the test match. So we picked that on purpose because we want to be adaptable. We want to put ourselves under pressure, and I'm sure that the All Blacks are thinking the same.
And just while we're on that, obviously it means Joe Schmidt's going to be called up a little bit earlier. How do you feel going head to head with him when I suppose you used to be side by side?
I don't know if it's head to head. I'm sure Fozzie will be around somewhere. I think Joe's just the helping out, being an extra pair of hands, and I'm sure that Joe's just fitting into the system, etc. I'm supposed to be meeting him for a coffee on Thursday. I don't know whether that's out of the question now or not. So we'll soon see.
What do you expect Joe to bring to this team?
I mean, what can he bring? He's coming into a system that he probably doesn't know as well. It's not his system, is it? So I'm sure he's just bringing his one-to-one expertise and giving advice to the coaches, etc. And that's pretty profound, isn't it? So I'm sure they'll all try and learn something off him.
And you've been here. You've been here before on Lions tours, and people have said that the Māori game is the fourth test. Now there are two of them, so it's effectively, if you my fuddled brain tells you 3 and 2 is 5, so it's 5 test matches in the next couple of weeks. I mean, how significant and how important is that first hit out tomorrow night?
It's huge. It's everything to these players that are taking the field on Wednesday. It's the biggest game of their lives, like, you know, it is. And I know there's a 3-game series coming up, but these 2 Māori games for us, and what we're trying to build, and how we're trying to put people under pressure, and see how they come through that, is just as important. If I can say it that way, I think that speaks it all, really.
You've been through the whole COVID business the last few years, like everyone, but how you've come to New Zealand and the borders have opened up and things have relaxed a little bit, but how careful does a sports team still need to be?
Oh, I think we've been through it enough. I mean, we've been going at it a long time now, so the boys know how to be responsible. You know, at the same time, we've learned how to manage our way through down times, etc. They're pretty important to any type of group. You know, we make sure that we're responsible with what we do in our downtime. When we're in the bubble together, everything else is fine, isn't it? You know, so we're pretty good as far as that's concerned.
Bundee, you're going to have 2 young guys on either side of you. Just how have you got on with Kieran Farrell at 10, and obviously James Hume at 13, who's been in great form this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, exactly it. I think those fellas been training very well. You obviously said yourself, James has been playing very well as Frawley. So for me, it's just to be able to lead by my actions and let those fellas do what they do best, which is play footy. So I'm definitely looking forward to it and playing alongside them.
As Andy was saying about, you know, like 2 teams, one for Saturday, one for the Wednesday, and possibly doubling up. How difficult is it to kind of compartmentalise and keep the focus on the game at hand, particularly from a leadership point of view?
I think obviously you've got to do the first job first, which is obviously Wednesday. You know, do the job then, and then focus on whatever comes next. So our main focus is obviously Wednesday and the Māori's team, and you know, as I said, it's 2 top quality teams. You just can't look past that at all.
And how much does that Lions experience last summer help in that regard when the games come to the past?
It's an experience in itself, but you know, like I said, I think everyone, when you get onto the pitch, it's just a game of footy. You do what you do, and you're doing it for the love of the game, and you're doing it because you enjoy doing it. The best thing about it is you're doing it with a group of guys that you love being around. So definitely looking forward to it.
And did you feel there's a greater level of expectation on your team given the recent success against New Zealand?
Not really, no. We don't pay attention to that type of thing anyway. You know, I mean, obviously we've been in the country for 6 days. You know, 7 days tomorrow, and it's just been about ourselves, about our own preparation. We know we're up against a very strong Māori side, so that's exactly what we came over here for, with the size of squad that we've got. But the attention's been fully focused on us because short preparation warrants that, you know.
And you've never beaten them on home soil, so how do you plan to change that this time?
By playing well, hopefully. Look, everyone's aware of our situation. We've never won here before. We're aware of the Eden Park situation at the weekend as well, but at the same time, it's just about us getting our process right.
You've tried to immerse the team already into New Zealand rugby. You had that team out here on Saturday. Given your experiences in playing and coaching, are there other locals who you'll tap into along the way? Do you have close relationships with?
I'm going to meet up with a good friend of mine, hopefully Dean Bell. He was my captain at Wigan. many years ago. So I like catching up with people that I respect and I've learned a lot off. I'm sure that Bundee's seen a lot of people that he knows as well, you know. So it's great to be able to come to the other side of the world and catch up with people that you've not seen for a long time.